about this. Tony and I have been enjoying ourselves. We talked about this offline, and it's just so much fun to connect over, I mean, things that allow us to slow down, enjoy life, and just, I don't know. It's been really, really cool how this has really connected us. So we're going to start the show like we always do. We're going to introduce our cigars. Tony's going to go first. His is a little fancier than mine, I'm sure. But we'll start with what we're smoking tonight.
Yeah, I did go a little fancy tonight, and because I was like, okay, I was gonna do a Cuban, but instead I did a Davidoff. So I did a
Okay.
Davidoff anniversary. So yeah, it's a pretty pricey stick, which I love, and Davidoffs are pretty good. But what I'm gonna do here is I have a little bourbon here, and I don't normally drink, but I'm doing it for MLK, and just like he was a great person, and he really was, I'm trying to mimic that and be a great person drinking great bourbon in his honor. And yeah, so I'm a big fan of Martin Luther King, but I'm gonna season my cigar, and seasoning a cigar is very different. We can talk
Mm.
about that later, and I forgot to mention that prior as a pregame,
Yeah.
but we talk about seasoned cigars, and we'll Google that. But I'm gonna dip my cigar in the bourbon a little bit, and as
Okay. Yeah.
I suck on it, and it doesn't really give you drunk, but it just gives a little kind of flair. And what are you
Okay.
smoking tonight, Zach?
So I got a new shipment in. This is I say local because they're here in Mexico, but they're out of Veracruz. This is an Alpha, and it is, I'm going to get this wrong, but it's Maduro Habano wrapper. So it's darker with
Okay.
Cuban seed grown here in Mexico. And then I believe it's a San Andres filler. So it's a little darker. Um, I don't know. This one's much darker than the other ones I had. I did want to point out something that I learned about cigars. So the notes
Oh,
on the old cigar that I had, I kept getting that like hay note was something we
yeah.
talked about. It turns out if people people try to shortcut their fermentation process and the aging process, that even darker cigars will have like this green note, and it comes from the chlorophyll because it hasn't properly
Okay.
aged and properly fermented, and it's a cheaper cigar. And so I learned that I was, paying touristy prices, but also not getting a great cigar. So hopefully this one's better. I found a couple of artisans down here in Mexico and ordered some cigars, and so we'll see if I can find some better ones. But note there, if it tastes like grass, it's probably a cheap cigar that they skip some steps on.
Yeah. And we talked about Maduras, and the Davidoff I have right now is a Connecticut. I like the model smokes. We talked about that last time. However, I've had Maduras, and a good Madura is a good Madura. So I think my whole box and my whole humidor has,
Yeah.
I don't know, about over 100 scars, has all naturals. And I think I need to adventure a little bit more. And I think I'm going to stick in there as I burn down through these things and the weather gets better. I think the only thing that's keeping my health going is the bad weather in Washington, because I can't really sit outside and smoke. This is the first time, guys, I'm outside. I did my lights here a couple weeks ago, and I'm outside. I have the heater on, but we have 5 days of sunlight, which is unheard of during the wintertime. So I'm enjoying it now, but in spring and summer, as I burn through my sticks, I think I'm gonna fill it with some Madura,
Okay.
and we'll talk about that too. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
like it. Also got actual cutter and lighter, so we'll
So did you see that link? So whoever's this, I've been watching, and again, Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? We all know he smokes
yeah.
cigars. We all know he's kind of famous. I kind of sent you a couple of links on Instagram, and he kind of went back when he first started using cigars, and kind of like we're
Hmm.
talking now, because Zach just started, and I've been doing this. But again, I'm still a beginner too when you think about it. I don't know everything, and I know what I like. But when I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger start talking about it, maybe we can add that link to this, and you're the master at that. um, as far as how the person took the cigar, how they lit the cigar, how they basted the cigar with a client or bourbon,
Hmm.
and then how
Yeah.
they dipped it. And that's why I dipped mine right now. But it was a whole process, and they lit
Yeah.
it like this, and then she went around and around with the torch, and then she went around. Well, she lit it with a cedar. And that's what they normally do. Is when you get nice cigars, they give you like a cedar plank in your box, and it's really thin. You go, what do I do with this? I always throw it away, but that's what you light your cigars with, believe it or
Okay.
not. And so if you ever get a box of cigars and you see a thin little plank of cedar, so you break off some sticks and you do that. And so, like, see, I'm sitting here for a while. That's what she was doing. She was lighting this for a while. And then I'm not going to take forever like she did, but then she would go like this. She didn't want to put her lips on it. She would light kind of keep the cigar going, and then she'd keep lighting it, and she'd light like this, and then kind of. And I saw this in Dubai. It was a video I think I showed you, Zach, where the guy,
Yeah.
what he was doing is like when you rotate your hand like this, if you're lighting a cigar for somebody, it doesn't basically you don't have to suck on it and put your lips on somebody else's cigar, but it kind of keeps it lit. Oh my God, that's a great cigar. The David Doffies. But that's an expensive stick. This is like a $35 stick. And so it's not a normal stick. This is not a, I like to think this would be my daily, but it's not. And my Eagle Rare would be my daily, but no, this is like a birthday. This is like a birthday cigar and a birthday drink. So there you go. But I am going to dip my cigar in my drink here, like I saw in that Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, ooh, that just tastes pretty good.
Okay. I was gonna
Zach,
say
I
he
think,
like brushed it with it
yeah,
and
they,
dipped it like I don't know which end he
right.
dipped. I'm assuming the end you
So
smoke
no,
out of, not the hot end,
yeah.
but
So they were brushing the top of the cigar this way on the top, kind of letting the alcohol soak into the leaves, and then they dipped like this. They dipped in the smoking side of that, kind of get that moist. Oh, you know what? I kind of like that, Zach. I keep saying that. And yeah, there you go. So there's another vice I like.
yeah,
Dipping my
okay.
cigars.
Make it your $35 cigar a $50 cigar real quick.
Pretty much, yeah, yeah. So I poured my Eagle Rare. I pour the double for my wife because we really, okay. We slowed down our drinking. We'll put it that way. We slowed our drinking quite a bit,
Yeah.
and since the holidays before Thanksgiving, we could probably count on two fingers how many times we had a drink. So tonight I'm like, Lindsay, I feel like drinking. Tomorrow I have off. It's MLK Day, and I think MLK would want us to have a good bourbon and a good cigar and go in the jacuzzi for him
There
because
you go.
and if he was here, he'd say, "That's right, Tony, I did it for you," and I'd be like, "Damn right." So we don't have alcohol in our house, so we had bourbon. So my wife Lindsay was like, "Can you pour me some bourbon?"
Yeah.
So I had a couple bottles, and she likes the Eagle Rare. So I poured her a double, or if not a triple Eagle Rare, and she killed it with Diet Coke. And I'm like, you know what? Technically, by law, half that bottle is hers with a good lawyer.
Technically.
So technically, so on her, she was enjoying, and it actually does taste good with Diet Coke. Don't get me wrong. Um, so she had Eagle Rare and Diet Coke, and I'm like, oh, but guys, it's my wife. She owns half that bottle, and you know what? Suck it if you don't like it. You know what I mean? You do you. This is my wife. But yeah, there's little things like I'm not going to die on that hill for sure.
Yeah.
There's other hills to die on.
There's others.
But right now she's delivering barbecue to all the neighbors right now. So she just left the
Okay.
house. We just finished a brisket. So check this out. So I don't want. Do you want to talk more about? We'll talk about cigars and barbecue, I guess.
Yeah, we're doing both. Let's
Okay.
hear what you make.
So I was in Oregon, in Medford, Oregon. I went to Walmart, and they only had one brisket. But lo and behold, the one when I look for flexibility, when I remember we talked about the flexibility
Hmm.
in a brisket,
Yep.
I didn't want a big brisket. They only had one brisket. Sure as shit, that flat was so thick and it was so flexible. I'm sitting there going, "Are you kidding me?" It was a 14-pound brisket, and guess how much I trimmed off of it?
How
Less
much?
than a pound. Less than a
Whoa.
pound.
Oh wow.
Right. It
I
was
mean,
perfect. I'm sitting there
I've
going,
had
it was at
14
Walmart.
pounders at 3 pounds. Like
Right.
that's
It
wild.
was at Walmart. Walmart, Zach. I'm sitting there going,
Walmart.
At Walmart. My wife, everyone has their pet peeve. Like everyone loves to go to Bucky's. Everyone loves to do this. That my wife, when we travel to a new state, my wife wants to go to Walmart. I don't know why. She just likes going to Walmart.
Okay.
So she's just, and the people watching it in Oregon at Walmart I highly recommend it. You can count the mullets. The mullets are great, and it's amazing how many mullets you see in Oregon, in Salem particularly. And
Okay.
so anyhow, so I found this brisket, and I just did salt and pepper tonight, and I was going to use my Goldie's rub, which we talked about before,
Hmm.
and it was too late. After I did my salt and pepper, I forgot I had the Goldie, so I went, all right. I stuck to it. I was committed to it. And I use the smoke on the Weber sear because winter times I'm doing easy bakes.
Hmm.
Summer I'm going to use my offset. And I did 7.5 hours of smoke.
Okay. At like
And
on the
then
super smoke settings, the 180.
on the super smoke, yep, on the
Yeah.
super smoke settings.
Okay.
And I had an offset ring now. So
There you go.
7.5 hours. So if you're using a pellet, if you're using a Red Tech or whatever, I recommend, again, leaving a nice thin layer of fat everywhere. And what I did with my trimmings, Zach, I put it in a little aluminum tray.
Hmm.
I put that on my smoker too. And so I use that rendering, that tallow off the rendering to put back on my brisket instead of using instead of using the tallow out of the can and paying extra money for it. I just use that. And so it was perfect. So all the fat trimmings, guys, it's basically why spend the money on the extra tallow on your
Hmm.
brisket? Use it on French fries. Use it on other things. Use it on other stuff that we talked about. But
Tortillas. So good
tortillas,
on tortillas.
right? But take the tallow you have your trimmings and put that in an aluminum dish. Put it in a baking dish, whatever you can, ceramic. Put that back in your smoker, and when you let it for 7.5 hours, it renders down. It won't render down completely, but it has enough to cover your brisket. Boom, bam, there you have it. And don't waste your good tallow. It's tallow is
Hmm.
tallow. And so I did that, and at a nice smoker, had a 1/4 inch, yeah, about easily a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more, 3/8 of an inch thick smoke ring, and a right proper smoke. And then I did pork belly. So
Okay.
I had some leftover pork belly that I had a while back that I was trying to make this Colombian chicharron, which I don't know how to make, but when I make it, we'll do a video on that because it is great for the Super Bowl snacks. And I'm telling you, it's a game changer. And it is pork belly, salt, and lime. That's it. And
Really?
it is,
Really
yeah,
select
that's
line.
it.
Okay.
And it's the way they process it, the way they slow cook it, and then they crisp it. I gotta learn it. So I was at a friend's house. He's an Asian guy. He's Chinese, but he married a Colombian lady, and they had the whole Colombian family over at the house, and we saw the Blue Angels. They're on Mercer Island over here. So we took his boat out and we saw the Blue Angels. It was nice. But they had a big bowl of this chicharron, and they were cooking some stuff up. And yeah, drinking was involved, but man, it is the best snack, coffee, bourbon, whatever you want. But it is incredible. And they put lime juice. They cook the chicharron with salt, blah blah blah. The way they render it down, then they crisp it, and then they put lime on top of it. Oh, Zach, it is a game changer. And I'm going to learn that recipe, and we'll talk about that again.
Okay.
Yep. And then Lindsay and I talked, and I'll find out on Tuesday about those dates about coming out to see you. And then everybody, we'll do a cigar podcast with Zach and I in Playa del
And
Carmen
live. Be
soon. Yeah.
so good.
And then you'll have a humidor. I'll bring my extra humidor down. I'll
Tony
figure
was
that out.
making fun of me. I found because I mean, this is my like fifth cigar, and so he's like, you gotta get a humidor. I'm like, okay. So I do my research thing. It's a box, but it has a humidity thing in it, and it'll hold like 50 cigars. And he's like, no, you need a real humidor. It's like, I'm just getting into it. He's like, no, I'll bring you one. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, that'll
Yeah.
work. That'll work.
The one I have for like $100, $200, it's not big enough. And I was like, damn it, but it's nice and it works. It's all
Yeah.
cedar. It has little lights in there and everything. It's nice. But the one I have is bigger, obviously, and it controls the temperature too. So I have a temperature control, and then I have my Oasis Control XL3. And I could talk about that because I'm going to write this damn thing off now. But it's a XL3 Oasis, and it plugs into the wall. But it doesn't control the temperature, but it controls the humidity.
Okay.
And I only have to add water every 6 months, maybe four
Oh wow.
months.
Okay.
And it's on an app and it's on Wi-Fi. So I can control it from your house anywhere in the world. So I was looking at it when I was in Singapore and it dropped. And so I was able to control it
Oh
from
wow.
Singapore, which is kind of cool, right? You're
Yeah.
halfway around the world, and your cigars are a priority because they're an investment. Like, you have a
Yeah.
$35 stick and you have I don't know, maybe $1,000, $2,000 in this thing. Like, want
Hmm.
to, make sure it's done right.
Yeah.
It sucks when you have those humidity packs, and then let's say you go on vacation and they dry out. It takes a while to rehydrate those things again. So it's like
Yeah.
it's nice to have when you reach in, it's always there, it's always ready.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
like the ease of that. And I'll talk you into getting one of those, Zach. So everyone who's watching, I'm going to talk Zach and getting one of those, and then I'll talk him into drinking bourbon. But we're not there yet. Baby
We're
steps,
not there.
everybody.
I talked
We're not
Tony
there.
into going from just an offset to the Searwood, which is he used to
Right?
call Easy Bakes and still does, but now he
But I
appreciates
like
Easy
it.
Bake
I
because it's
do.
good, and he's got me into cigars. So
Right. We'll figure that
it's a
out
trade.
together. And then I don't think this friendship really works to our goodness. It costs us more money and it deteriorates our life. But the more research we do, we think if there's benefits in cigars, we think there's benefits in alcohol and coffee.
Yep,
So there you go.
and barbecue.
And
So
and
we're
barbecue's all
living our
keto, right?
healthiest lives.
Well, keto, guys. It's all
Keto.
keto. There's zero carbs.
Yeah,
But
it's
I did,
perfect.
but I made a sauce today, Zach. That was amazing. So I made this. A friend of mine, dear friend of mine, he paid $3,000 for this recipe and the rights for this
Oh wow.
recipe. And
Okay.
he's a great guy, and he has stupid money sometimes, right? He's like a big kid, right? Like, well, he wants it. So we're up at his cabin in the Upper Peninsula, and one night, I'll never share this recipe, but I need your help making it. So as I'm taking notes,
Yeah.
right?
You're like,
So I'm
okay, we'll
taking
go
notes, I'm writing
down.
this whole down, and blah blah. But and every his running joke is, you don't have this recipe, but damn, you make it just like your recipe is just as close as mine. I'm like, it's to a T.
Yeah.
And so, but what I did was here is my neighbor down the street has blueberries, wild blueberries. And so he gave me a big bag. Well, I gave $4. Like he was telling me, go give me a bag. So I bought a big bag of blueberries. And so I used his blueberries and I made a compote out of it. So I had a little water, little lemon juice,
Hmm.
and I had brown sugar to that. And I cooked it down, reduced it down, make like a big old like you put on ice cream. It's so sweet. But I added that, I separated the barbecue sauce. So I split the batch in half and I
Okay.
added that blueberry compote to his. And it's almost like you have a bold because we use chipotle peppers and ancho chilies and chili powder, and it's really bold. It's
Okay.
spicy. And
Yeah.
then I had mine with the blueberry. So I have a bold in a sissy sauce. So I called it a bold sauce and a sissy sauce.
Okay. Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I like that sissy sauce. Maybe I'm a sissy, I don't know, but I
Maybe.
like it. But I can put that on a, I don't know, I can put it on a brick and eat it. I think it tastes great. I just love this sauce. And you know what I'll do is since I have to pack a bag and check it in, I'll bring you some of that. I'll bring you some of the barbecue sauce, and then
Okay.
you let me know the judge. But I also
Yeah.
got to bring you hot sauce and a bunch of other stuff before I come out.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
got to do a
I
bunch of
miss
that
my
stuff.
hot sauce. Allie went to Austin and she grabbed me some hot sauce from Bucky's, and I
Not
forget
is it?
how.
Oh, did she
Like,
get you a bunch? I hope.
no, just one. Yeah. No, it was tied me over till you can make it down, basically.
Okay, I get that she got you one because it's January, but when you got to remember this on her when you get to the annual review next year in
Hmm.
December, when you sit down with your wife and do your review with her and say the pros and cons of everything she made a mistake, this might be one of them, Zach. Like the fact that
No,
she only brought you one bottle.
she asked if I wanted more. I was like, no, there's nothing at Bucky's that's gonna even come close to what Tony's bringing. So I just want to hold me over. I'll be
You know
okay.
what? But what I'm bringing you is not going to last. You're like, okay, you know what?
That
Okay,
that
so
scorpion from, is it Glen? Not Glenwood
uh,
Springs.
Par-
Grand Junction. Palisade.
Palisade,
Okay, that is
Palisade,
the
Colorado.
best hot sauce I've ever had. It's not the hottest. It is damn close, but it's like I use an eighth of a teaspoon in a meal. Like it is
Well, I got you
so
3 bottles
tiny.
of that. I got you 3 bottles of that. I got
Right.
you
That.
another bottle I found. I'll bring you some more. We're gonna go to another farmer's market before we come out. But yeah, and then for sure. But so as a friendship review, now I'm gonna think about like
Mhm.
Zach. Why would you not ask her for 2 bottles? You know what I mean? Like, hey, ask her for two. Or hey, honey,
Two.
you're in Colorado. You're in Texas. Why don't you swing by another shop?
She
Just
did bring
saying. You
me
know,
some brisket seasoning and some pork seasoning, which is
uh,
hard to get down here. So,
where? Oh, what kind of brisket seasoning?
I actually don't know. I know it was at Bucky's. I'll have to look. It's not the normally I get the Terry Blacks. So if you're in the States, Terry Blacks brisket seasoning is my favorite. I tried a bunch. It's very Texas, very salt and pepper heavy. It does have a little extra, so it's not pure Texas. But you can order them from their site, and you can get them on Amazon for like $20 a piece. If you order a case from their site, which is like eight of them, they're like $8 a piece or something like that. So that's my favorite. This one I'm not sure. I haven't
Have you
tried it,
tried the
so
Goldies yet?
I've not tried Goldies. No.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order another Goldies for myself, and I'll bring my bottle that I haven't opened up yet, and I'll bring that with you. I'll bring that for you can have a bottle of Goldies because I think
Okay.
Goldies is a game changer on beef. And again, you know me and beef, it's just like salt and
Hmm.
pepper. But Goldies, hey, I mean everyone likes what they like. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what barbecue you like. Doesn't matter what color you like. It's just as long as we're all the same religion. That's what matters to me the most, right?
as long as as long as we're not eating kosher, we're good. Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
exactly. Yeah. So as long as we get whatever it is, you know what? I actually I do like kosher. I actually got a kosher meal on an airplane, and it was amazing. I did that
Amazing.
just for shits and giggles. No, I did get the Indian meal
Oh, that sounds good.
on
Love
United
Indian
coming
food.
back from Delhi back to the US. I don't recommend it, and the reason why I don't recommend it is because when you go to India for a week and a half,
Hmm.
everything is Indian. Everything. Domino's, McDonald's, they have chicken masala sandwiches. There's no burger. There's no meat. There's no nothing.
Oh man.
And I was sitting there going, I'm on this flight going, holy shit, what did I do? I made this huge mistake. I just want some real food, right? I want
Yeah.
American food. Oh no, sir, we have your Indian food waiting for you. I'm like, I looked at my boss and I said, listen, I will give you $150 right now because that's all I had in cash for your steak, whatever it was, chicken. I'll give you $150 for the chicken if you eat my Indian meal. He's like, nope. I go, I will. We're up to
Nope.
$200. And I'm looking around like, and I told the flight attendant, I go, listen, if someone wants the Indian meal, they can have mine. I'll take whatever. I'll have the vegetarian. No, 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 no. You ordered it. You get it. I'm like, son of a gun. So note to self, it sounds great before you leave to India, but when you're in India, you just want to like you crave beef, you crave meat, you crave other than
Yeah.
anything other than tikka masala something. And I love Indian food. Don't get me wrong. But I was going to Europe and I ordered the kosher meal and it was really good. So I'm down for kosher anytime. And it's hit or miss. So it's a 50-50 on airplanes.
Okay.
I've had it where it's like, oh crap, what did I do? Again, I'm not going to wither to death. I'm like first world problems, right? I'm on an airplane traveling in first class, so it's not like it's like I'm going to die.
Yeah.
But but when it's good, it's really good. When it's bad, it's bad. But yeah, so so I say I welcome the kosher in. That's what I'm trying to say.
I like it. I
I
like it.
that's what my eagle rare is saying.
Okay. How's the seasoned cigar? I guess what does that
I'm
change for you when you season it? Like, why do you
um
choose to season it?
not much, I guess. I just do it because Arnold Schwarzenegger did it, I guess. But I don't really taste anything else.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but I'm gonna dip it again, keep dipping it. But I think it's I think when he was there, he was like doing tableside, like when they do tableside Caesar salad, our tableside guacamole. And this is where I get my pet peeve, like, I don't give a shit. Just give me the guacamole, right? I don't care how it's done. Just give it to me. Like,
Yeah.
and they go, oh, and you sit there going, oh, thank you. Hey, that's great. Hey, wow,
Yeah.
that's oh my God, this is amazing. Well, if the guy did it in the back and gave it to me, it'd still be taste the same. But I guess it's more the experience, more the ambiance and things like that. And I think when we saw that clip, it was a tableside cigar because she had a little
Mm.
cart. She wheeled it out. She was a whole process and everything. And it was like kind of part of that experience. Like he probably paid $100 for that cigar and it was probably worth $10, but that whole experience made it
Yeah.
$100,
The
like that Caesar
dipping it up.
salad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
I
after
don't
we
see
watched the
it.
video, she brush the whole cigar, rolled it
Yeah.
dry, did dip the end. Um, but I don't know. I find it hard to believe. I don't drink, and so maybe
Yeah.
that's why. But like, it'd have to have a lot of flavor to really change much
I
of a
don't see the
cigar burning
flavor,
at
to
a
be honest.
thousand degrees.
So Zach, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would lie to you just keep you drinking, but that's not a good lie on this one. I don't see the benefits. I don't see it.
Yeah.
Now they've
Okay.
had tobacco leaf soaked in bourbon and soaked in cognac and things like that.
Okay.
That might, but those are cheaper cigars. But like the David Duff is a nice cigar, and you want that tobacco to speak for itself. I don't really want to kill with bourbon.
Yeah.
And just like beef, like the people use the meat church, right? They kill it with every freaking. I used 4 different bottles of meat church and blah blah blah, and it tastes great. Like, oh, so what you did was you killed everything.
Hmm.
You didn't taste the beef. Like I love my wife, and she likes oysters on a half shell. Well, she likes to put the shallot mignonette. She likes to put the cocktail sauce. She likes
Uh
to
huh.
squirt it with lemon, and then she puts it Tabasco sauce, and then she takes 2 crackers and puts it in between and eats it real fast. I'm like, so you don't like the oyster? You like everything around the
You like
oyster,
all the things.
right? And
Ugh.
I like the food and the tobacco to speak for itself. That's why I
Yeah.
just like salt and pepper on my beef.
Yeah.
However, I do like the Goldie's rub on the brisket, and so I do like that. So, yeah. Can
I
we
say
get?
we.
Is anybody listening to us right now, or do we have
We've
nobody in
got.
this chat right
I
now?
was just about to jump in. There's a couple people watching. If you guys have questions about cigars, barbecue, anything, we'd love to
Yeah,
chat about what you guys have questions about rather than just rant. I mean, not that we're rambling on. We're talking about things that we care about. But if you have
yeah.
questions, I mean, we'd love to
Talk about
chat them up.
barbecue. So, a little background means Zach's done some barbecue. He won some neighborhood contests. Zach's done some barbecue. He knows a lot about YouTube. Zach takes famous people and makes them more famous. I, on the other hand, I work in the airlines, and I'm not a barbecue person, but I have judged for 3 years, and I did compete in state championships. My bean recipe, which is on our website, Colorado Barbecue Boys, has won the Texas State Championship 2 years in a row, and it can bring home checks. When I say checks, substantial checks, and that is award-winning beans. And if you're listening to it now, I'm telling you, follow that barbecue. Get to the link, Colorado Barbecue Boys. it's called the best beans or competition beans. If you do that for anything, and I showed you how to make those in like apartment or whatever, you don't have to have a smoker. There's ways you can vary it up. You'll be hit of the party. I took them, well, here in Washington, they thought it was chili, right? But there's, Washington is no barbecue, right? They call it chili. But anyhow, great people. But either way, everyone said it was great. And that's what I'm trying to say. There's some good things we have some background, we have some experience, and we tried a lot of things. And Zach
Yeah.
is great about researching. So when he talks about things, he's done a lot of research about it. Where me, I don't let the lie get in the way of I don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. So, me, I like to exaggerate. I like to tell great stories where Zach is more factual and he's to the money. He's to the point. But I did factually win those championships and those did bring home checks.
There you go.
Any questions come up?
No, not so far. We'll just keep chatting.
Should we talk about politics or religion and then that will pop up questions or
that'll get things going.
that'll get things going. Maybe people are watching, they're streaming over the prison. Maybe they got like an hour in prison time, like on their computers, and they're just listening to us. Like, these are the two guys I'm going to kill.
They've wasted my hour.
Buddy, I got too many bills. I'm not that lucky if you want to come out and kill me. I got way too many bills. Second I go debt free, second I get nervous.
I think it's awesome.
But yeah, first world problems.
I've been doing
So
a
what do you
lot
smoke?
of.
So how's your Maduro so far? Sorry about that.
No, I was gonna say.
Grassy?
I like it. It's a little muskier than the last one. It still does have a little bit of that note, and I don't know. Maybe it's the Cuban seed that I'm tasting. But it is smokier. It is darker, and I do like it better than the previous one that I had. I am really curious. The other ones that I ordered are same Maduro, but it's rested on a bed of coffee, and it's aged longer than this.
Okay.
By I think a couple of years actually. So we'll see if I like that better. I do like the darker flavors though. We've chatted about I use the snus, so it's Swedish, it's tobacco.
Yep.
But I like the tobacco flavor, and when it's in your mouth and it's powdered and it's like it's from different regions all over the world, you have to taste it. It's not being burnt and smoking in your mouth, like it's literally in your mouth. And so kind of comparing it to that a little bit. But I'm not getting any kind of, like, I would expect more like, I don't know, cocoa or like darker notes, and not getting that so much. So maybe I need to age them a little bit longer. But I do like this one a lot better. And this one was like $4.50, so it's not an expensive cigar by any means.
Well, that's good though. So $4.50 and you like it, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do, Zach? When I come out, I'll have a humidor. You should have the packs by then. I think I have some water packs to go inside of it too, or some like hydration packs.
Yeah.
And I'll load you up. I'll set you up right, but I'll bring you some cigars too, some cheapies in there, the ones I like and things, and I'll get you a couple good ones. I'm a friend, but I'm not a great friend. I'm going to get you a couple good ones.
Don't give me the cheapies, because if I fall in love with the good ones, that's going to be a problem.
Oh, totally. So then I think what I want to do is make room for Maduros. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. And
Okay.
so I'm going to try experiment. We do some Maduros. We can try this out, and I'll get some sticks and get out there. And if there's some stuff you want me to get before I come out, I'd be happy to collect those for you and bring those out. And so, yeah. Have you had a Davidoff?
I've not. Everything I've had's cheap so far. Remember, I'm
Oh,
I'm trying to.
yeah. Don't do the Davidoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like I said, they started 35.
Okay.
I think this might be a little bit more. They started 35, and I don't know how I got this one. I maybe paid for it or not, but it's they're very fancy, but this is when you go to rich people's house, this is their baseline. This is my maximum, right? So I'm not
Okay.
that rich, obviously. Yeah, but anyhow, but more importantly, I just like good cigars, and this is a really good cigar. So if I have an extra Davidoff, I'll get that to you, and so you can see. But I want to try that. I think we should do this podcast. Maybe if they had what? Have you found out that that lounge by your house has
Yeah.
Wi-Fi?
I haven't yet. I'll have to see. It's Del Casa Habano. It's like
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them. There's one in Cancun, but they're the only like actually affiliated with Cuba stores. And so if you want actual Cubans, what I've heard is they're the only place you're going to get actual Cubans, because they're operated by basically Cuban government. So
Ah,
So yeah, so we'll go there, and I mean, you've had actual Cuban, so you can
Yeah, I was
vouch
gonna
for
do
the
one
fact if
tonight. I'm
they're
like, ah.
legit or not.
So hey, so I did some barbecue. I told you I did a brisket tonight. I made some
Yeah.
barbecue sauce, and I did some pork belly burnt ends. And my neighbor just gave me some feedback just now as we're talking. It
Okay.
says Tony, capital Tony, all exclamation points. The pork belly burnt ends are already gone. We couldn't stop.
Nice.
Oh my God, those are incredible in all caps. Marin's feedback, and she's a sweet little girl. She's about like maybe Jack's age. Jack's, how old is Jack's?
He just turned 9.
And what about, she's about, and Jude is a little bit older, right?
Yeah, 11.
Yeah, so I think she's closer to Jack's age. Mary's feedback: the original barbecue sauce is too spicy for her. She loves the blueberry, but thinks putting blueberry in barbecue sauce is weird, which I love. Right, but she loves it, so she's very conflicted by that fact. I don't know what to do. She also is a girl that eats brie and apple, which is also amazing. If she had manchego and apple, which is amazing, uh, which so it makes her philosophy make sense because she doesn't think apples and brie cheese should go together, but it actually does. She also requested more mac and cheese. Okay. Macy, the other one says more, more, more to everything I gave her. Okay. Michael, her husband, thinks the blueberry sauce is delicious and loves it. He also couldn't stop shoveling the burnt ends in. Megan, I could literally bathe in the original barbecue sauce. Oh wow, she likes the original one, which I like the blueberry better. It is what dreams are made of. Wow. Michael, I'm gonna give you a little low potion on that one. That's a whole nother video. That's whatever. And I want it on everything forever from here on out. I will die on the hill. And oh my God, embalm me in barbecue sauce. I love the blueberry too, but after having the original, I don't want anything else. Wow. Okay, we're the toughest critics because we love everything. Ha ha ha. But I am the most passionate about original barbecue. And that's what's up, all caps. I want this tri-tip sandwich with the barbecue sauce dripping out of it. What about the delivery? So glad you all enjoyed. Oh, wow. Okay, so here we are back. I'm back to this video again, which is great.
There you go.
That's
There we
good
go.
feedback. So I
Good.
gave some to my other neighbors. They don't have a YouTube channel. They don't have our text message or whatever. They're great. And the other family down the street, she doesn't eat barbecue, but her husband does. And again, I told her, I said, hey, this is easy bake cooking. If you love this, you're going to love the offset later. More to come in the summertime. Spring and summer is going to be my offset cooking, and wintertime is my pellet cooking. And that's how I'm going to leave it. Um, there's places and times for the easy bake.
Yeah.
So what have you? So we need to. When I come out there, what are we going to cook on that thing? I wonder if I. Yeah,
I think what we need to do is some dino bones. We're
for sure.
pretty inexpensive out here, so I think for sure some dino bones. I haven't found good pork ribs anywhere. The butcher that I go to only does beef. Um, but I mean, the ribeyes, reverse sear ribeye, smoke it for about an hour, and then sear it. They're delicious. Um, Brisket, I'll have to hit up the other butcher here, see if we can get a good brisket. But I honestly, with good beef, like dino bones, I don't know that you even want brisket. Arrachera, you have to have arrachera while you're down here.
We're going to do that when I'm there.
Yeah.
Now we're going to come out. We're going to be there for a brief moment. I say brief. It's going to be a few days because Lindsay's got to start work, and I only have a few days, and I have to. I'm hiring somebody right now, so I got to. Oh my God, this thing's going crazy. Um, I'm hiring somebody, so it's like I got to go on Tuesday going, hey, I'm going to take Friday and Monday off versus Thursday and Friday. So Thursday, Friday is better than Friday, Monday makes it better. I don't know why, but it just sounds better. And my days are usually more free Fridays and Mondays. So I think we're going to come out here soon
Oh,
in a week or so.
yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to come out and book my tickets and come out and be done. And luckily for me, I get to fly confirmed, which is nice working for this airline, which is very
Yeah.
nice. So I can do
No,
that.
that's
It
awesome.
only took me 30 years, but yeah. So now I can fly confirmed.
You've made it.
I made it. Well, not, yeah. I only get so many confirmed. When I can fly confirmed unlimited, then I made it. But yeah,
Okay.
for the
Okay.
rest of
There
my
you go.
life. But yeah, but hey, but yeah. So can you bring meat into Mexico?
Can bring meat into Mexico?
I
No.
got, why is that?
Um,
I thought it's
I
shit
know
coming
you.
out of Mexico.
I know you can bring like. I mean, anytime I've brought jerky, I've just said nothing to declare. But I know that there are restrictions on like even seasonings. They'll be a little iffy on sometimes. So
No, I'm
um,
gonna bring everything on. Hey, this is
yeah,
mine. If I have to suck it up and eat scorpion sauce, and I swear I'll video it, and I swear we'll put this on it just for
this is
you.
yeah.
I will hate you
I will.
every bit, but I will do it. But I'll say, hey, I go through this shit. I put this on my cereal, muchacho. Listen,
I'm using
muchacho,
this
my
whole thing
friend.
while I'm here.
Yeah, right here. You don't have this here. If you did, I wouldn't bring it, muchacho. And he'll be like, okay, muchacho. And my last name
Okay.
is Rodriguez. So, it's getting into Mexico is easy. It's getting out of Mexico. It's going to be hard for me. The orange man might have me stuck there for a while. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
my goodness.
Well, that's fine. I'll
Uh,
bring my work computer. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah, how many illegals you see staying at the JW working, working?
yeah.
Everybody. Yeah, we all do that.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Whatever. Yeah. Oh, hey, check this out. So, show you my little Tejas, my little setup right there.
There you
I
go.
got
There
my
you go.
setup right here. There's my pellet smoker right there. It's that way. It's right there. But there's my offset. There's one of my offsets under the cover, and then my other offset is being worked on right now. And like I said, I'm going to get a Santa Maria grill and put on that, and that's going to be amazing in the
That'll be
spring and
sweet.
summer.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
might even be really cool in the winter because it's gonna put a lot of heat off and keep you warm.
Oh, fucking God dang it! I got the ash. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
You're good.
Any
You're good.
questions yet from people listening? How many people are listening? Two or three?
We've had 5 in and
One?
out so far, so we'll keep
All
doing
right.
them live when people pop in if they want questions. I can check our Instagram, but I did
Oh
have
yeah.
one of the things that I was going through. I mean, we're bouncing back and forth between cigars and barbecue. Um,
Yeah.
Brett Keschner, I think is the name, the comedian, loves
Yeah.
loves cigars. I've heard a couple of things like you like bigger cigars, but not too big, like what
Yeah. I like
52 gauge or so.
no, I like the 52, 54. I don't like the 60 gauge. I don't like the
Yeah,
big old like that. But yeah, I
yeah.
like the regular big ones. Yeah.
Okay. Well, and one thing
And
that
yeah.
he said was he loves the big ones, like 60 plus,
Oh
because
my
the
God.
draw is easier, was the comment. So, one of the thoughts that I had, because I did order some of those coffee cigars, and I actually almost ordered a couple more because they have different sizes, but um, like it's all the same tobacco, all the same exact cigar. But if you go bigger versus smaller, how does that change like flavors and things? Do you know?
It really doesn't.
Okay.
Well, maybe it does. I'm not a sommelier enough. I just know I like the feel of my hand.
Okay.
So everyone I talk to, we like the feel in our hand. We like how it feels in our mouth. I guess maybe it's a daddy issue. I don't know. Or Uncle Rick. Maybe it's Uncle Rick in the cabin. I don't know. Um, but I all I know is I like the size. I like how it feels. It feels. It sounds cliche, and I hate to say this. It sounds more manly,
Okay.
and I hate to say it like that, but it just sounds thicker, more rugged, more like more is more, right? More
Okay.
rugged, bigger, like bigger tires, higher truck, lifted.
Yeah.
And it just to me, it just and again, I don't offend anybody. It just sounds more manly to have a thicker cigar for some reason. I don't know why. I
Okay.
just like it for some
Yeah.
reason. And that's a poor example, but that's the best one I have so far, but I just like it. It's just like the way it feels in my hand. Like, boom. Maybe it's from watching a lot of movies, watching people have big cigars too.
Mm. Yeah.
Um, Tonight I was going to do a Cuban, but it was like a Churchill, and I was like, oh, that's a long smoke, and that's why I went switch to the Davidoff.
Okay.
Now I will do my Cuban when I'll save my Cuban for the spring and summer. I think when we have that, I think I'm going to do that when I come out and relax and have more time to shoot the ball. Maybe when I come to Mexico. We'll find some Cubans out there, maybe some cohibas. Have you found the cohibas, Cubans
Hmm.
out in Mexico where
Yeah.
you live?
That's the
How
Del
much were
Taco
they a stick?
Habano. Depended on what you wanted. But they were anywhere between like 40 and 100 a stick. So,
That's about right. Yeah, thank you, Chinese. The Chinese have been buying everything, but that's what you expect. And if it's a nice humidor place, if it's a nice lounge and they
mhm.
kept them well, then it's a legit place that they kept them well. Like you walk in there, like okay, because
Yeah.
Mexico is already humid enough. So if you walk out from the humidity and you're sweating and you walk in the room, it's more sweat and more hot, then okay, it's a good humidity, humidor. It's more legit place. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like you can see
So,
like the steam coming out of the ceiling kind of a deal with sealed
yeah.
doors. And yeah,
Oh,
it was cool.
the one thing I recommend if you're listening here, hydrometers. hydrometers. Get a hydrometer, and you got to calibrate your hydrometer. So what you do is you take to calibrate your hydrometer is you take some salt, take a tablespoon of salt, and add some water to the salt. Put it in a Ziploc bag. So add it to the bottom of the Ziploc bag, and take your hydrometer and seal it up. And your hydrometer should come out to be 74 or 75% humidity. And then that's how you do it. And you leave it there for 24 hours or 12 hours or how many hours, and it should read this. And a lot of my hydrometers, I have like 4 hydrometers in my humidor, and 4 out of the 5 read 75%, and the fourth one read 74%. So I was off by 1%. But that's how you calibrate hydrometers.
Okay.
So and I'm going to tell you that, and then you're going to research it because I know you, because that's I get that in your head, and you're going to research it, and going to go okay.
Okay.
And
Yep.
then they make medicine for that, but that's fine. Save your money, just do it. Do the
It's called
research.
cigars and nicotine pouches.
But when you get your
Coffee.
but yeah, exactly. But when you get your little box and you get your hydro packs, Zach, get a hydrometer. And then, but first, calibrate your hydrometer. So calibrate it first. And I calibrate my hydrometers once a year to make sure they're still correct.
Okay.
Because again, I have $3,000 worth of cigars. I just want to, it takes what? Nothing to do it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure and again, I'm aging my cigars too. I just want to make sure my cigars are good. So if you're listening in, hey, great. Hydrometers. There you go. Just like you would with when I do my barbecue. When I had my thermal pen, I paid what $200 for my thermal pen. It's an expensive thermometer, but it is one. It's like 0.5% calibrated.
Mhm.
And what they do is at altitude, I boil water, and here's my 210. I make sure it calibrates at 210, not 209, but at
Yeah.
least I know where it's at, right? You got to calibrate your tools, just like you would. I work with airplanes, and I don't turn wrenches, but again, I want my tools to be calibrated. And then but again, it's like, well, if you're to do a Six Sigma black belt, they go, well, how do you calibrate your tool? Well, boiling water is easy, right? That's just boiling water, so it's easy to calibrate, right? SC
Yeah.
temperature. Salt on water calibrated, that's easy. So these are easy tools to calibrate the tools you have to for your investment, especially if you're going to invest in a nice humidor and
Mhm.
spend on, you have $3, $4 cigars, but as you start getting more involved and you start getting $35, $50 sticks, and like I said, I smoked $135 sticks. Like, you want to make sure they're protected. Like, hey, I got to do, and that's why I went to the Oasis and got my app because that's all these alerts. So when I go down water and humidity drops, it
Yeah.
alerts me, blows up my email, blows up my text messages, going, oh, hey, Tony, add more water. It's what you want. I pay for that more than keeping it more hydrated because I pay for it when I just I want to know when I have to do it because Zach, you have 3 kids, you have a wife, you have a business. Before you know it, you have these nice cigars, and then you have in this little box, and you want to go, oh shit, I forgot about this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And you want to go, oh, why is this not burning right? Why is this not tasting right? You want to go,
Mhm.
oh, because I forgot.
Yeah.
And nothing sucks like that. Like, you know, I I pay. Okay, if you're listening, you're doing this. This is my best example. Everyone has all these Netflix, Amazon, HBO, Stars, all these premium stations. You don't watch that much TV, but when you do, you want it to work, and you want to make sure you
Mhm.
have what you have when you want it. Just like a cigar. When I pull it out, I want to make sure I have what I have and it works well. And my friends come over, I want to make sure all of it's great. I Nothing's great worse than having a cigar that peels apart and is dried out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well,
I know this Eagle Rare is having me yap more. I'm sorry, guys.
no, you're good. You're good. I
Sorry.
say
Sorry.
we
Sorry.
chatted about this from because I again doing my research thing. I actually watched for anyone who likes Cuban cigars. I am super nerdy, but I think it's a Netflix or YouTube video. It's a movie. It's called Hand Rolled. It goes through like the history of Cuban cigars and how they went to Nicaragua and like all over the other places and like it takes a cigar from being something you enjoy with company that connects you to having culture and history and a lot behind it besides just it's a Cuban like whatever cigar. I thought it was
Yeah.
really really cool. But
But yeah.
oh, go ahead.
No, no, no. Go ahead.
I was gonna say so I'm doing my research thing. Humidity in your humidor. And didn't realize this. It depends on where you like what the humidity is where you live. If you're in a
Right.
drier place, meaning less than 50%, which
Colorado.
Yeah, like anywhere I've lived besides here in Mexico is lower than
Nevada.
50%.
You lived in Nevada, Utah. You lived in like
Like all the
this is the
dry
most humid
places.
thing. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you lived in
Yeah.
everywhere. This is your first humid place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, I'm
okay.
from the Midwest, but early, in my life. But if you're normally lower than 50%, you want more humid, like 72 to 75%. Um, Reason being is when you take it out, it has more moisture for the super dry air that you're taking it into. So it can drop a little bit further before it has any kind of like cracking or like real issues. If you're kind of on the line and then you dry it out really fast, then you'll have issues. But if you're in a humid
Yeah.
place, over 50%, lower was better. It was like six. They didn't say 62, but between 62 and 70 was better. Their mid was like 65 to 69 was kind of better. But
Okay.
it does depend on where you live. Like if we were to do 75% here, they might actually get moldy because it is so humid always, or they might be too soft and just not burnt. Like it's too humid for that to make sense. This
Yeah.
was not Pomodoro. Anyway, owner of a cigar company, like going through this of like, hey, there's no right humidity. It does depend on the type of tobacco that you have. It depends on where you live. It depends on how you like your cigars to taste and feel. So there's a lot of different things. There's no right or wrong besides like the maximum or the minimum. But you like don't just set it to something because somebody says it. Like test it out. Like if you smoke one at 72%, you're like, it's kind of spongy, or like I don't like that. It's okay. Drop it a little bit. See if you like that better, and figure
Yeah.
out and tinker. I mean, don't destroy $3,000 worth of cigars, but like figure out what you like best.
I like them more spongy. I like them so where they set them. I personally I like them maybe a degree or two higher in humidity. I like them spongy. And my friend Dave Matt, Dave, if he's not on here, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him.
Get them.
But I'm gonna get him, Dave. No, but Dave, Matt, him. I mean, we love our cigars, and his friend Dragon and all that. We all love, is actually his friend's name is actually Dragon. Believe it or not,
Okay.
it's Dragon. He's
One.
from Ukraine or something like that, from Russia area, but he's from Dragon. And then here, how he spells it, it's called Dragon. Like, okay, like that's on your birth certificate. I'm like, that's kind of badass. I'm like I thought it was a nickname. I'm like, if it's a nickname, like I can't do it. But that's your real
Yeah.
name. He goes, yeah. I'm like, okay, that if that's your real name, that's kind of badass. Like I met a guy named Leroy Brown, better than anybody's at any town. You ever heard that song, Leroy Brown? Better than anybody else in the whole downtown.
I don't know. Maybe.
Leroy Brown, better than, oh yeah.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I met a one guy named, his middle name was Dangerous. His parents named him, his middle name was Dangerous. And he goes, Dangerous is my middle name. And you want to go, wait, what? I think it
Like
really was. Is legally his middle
legitimately.
name. Gonna go, yeah, literally, I go like going, dude, I love your parents. You know what? Like if I don't have kids, but if I had one of your three kids, let's say, Zach, you pass away, you and Allie, God forbid, and you left me three of your kids, one of those kids, the middle name would be Danger. Danger would be one of those. I would legally
Gonna
change their middle name to Danger,
legally change it to danger.
even though it might be your dying grandmother. It might be I don't care. It would be Danger. I don't care if it's like a lost long blood. No, your new name, Jude Jack, is Danger.
Danger.
Danger's my middle name. Why? Because he'd be badass. Like ba- Danger's my middle name. Wouldn't that be badass if your middle name be Danger? But anyhow, long story short, we all like our cigars. I got off on a tangent, but Dave and I like our cigars a little bit more spongy. They
Okay.
burn a little bit slower.
Okay.
I like them. You don't have to relight them so much. When you have a dry cigar, you have to keep lighting them. But this is a great cigar. This is Davidoff. Mr.
That one.
Davidoff, if you're listening, I need some more cigars to
Thanks.
promote you, please,
I was gonna
and some
say.
Eagle Rare because I have to have the Eagle Rare to dip your cigars in, sir. Yeah, I know you don't own Eagle Rare, but you know a guy. Yeah,
Okay. Um, Interesting on that video about humidity. They talked about like in Colorado
yeah,
having to relight more often if they didn't keep the humidity up. So it just less oxygen and
yeah.
drier, so it burns faster.
You know, you're right about that. When we lived in Colorado, and this, hey guys, this is when my friend Zach didn't smoke cigars. I had to find another friend who was a police officer, and he was a great guy, Aaron, great guy. And I didn't have any friends who liked cigars except for Aaron. Zach was kind of dead to me at the time because he didn't smoke
Because
cigars
I only
and
like
drink bourbon.
barbecue.
You only like barbecue, like didn't like bourbon or cigars. But anyhow, but I had to keep relighting my cigars. You're right about that. I lit my cigars more in Colorado than anywhere else. Like this one, I rarely relight my cigars here in Washington, where I have my cigar set, but it's just a different atmosphere, I guess. It's
Hmm.
it's humid because it rains a lot, but it's nice. But I
Yeah.
think you're right. Your research is kind of right. So, guys, if you're listening and you want to know more about cigars, me, take it with a grain of salt because I bullshit, except for the few things I have. And when I say I'm solid on, I'm solid. But other than
Hmm.
that, but listen to Zach. Zach does his research, and when I say research, like they make medicine for the shit he researched. Like he does stuff that you don't want to do. Like he does in depth stuff. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a little slightly compulsive, just a little bit, not a
slightly.
lot.
Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Like oh my god. I watch video. Netflix has a whole show on you. If I say compulsive, oh my god. And they
I
have a whole
did
show on
start
me called the
watching
12 Step. Yeah.
the
What's that?
Arnold like mini series because I know he loves to smoke cigars. I'm like, there's got to be a section about him smoking cigars. I didn't see one,
So
so I
he
went and
also has a
watched an
pet
interview.
donkey. He also has a pet donkey. And you know what? I actually almost bought a donkey one time when I was drinking. So you know what? Eagle Rare. Eagle Rare. Yeah, honest, no, I actually there's a whole nother story. I actually bought I had a donkey in the back of my Jeep with the top down, a miniature donkey for about 15 minutes. Maybe longer than that, maybe 20 minutes or something like that. Until the husband came around and he was mad. But
He
I was
was
drunk. I was drunker than Cooter Brown. I was so drunk. I was like, ah. And I had a bunch of poison oak, and I found out that donkeys love poison oak. So I bought this miniature donkey to tie in my backyard, to eat all the poison oak. And then the guy came around, and his wife, the old lady, she was, gosh, she had to be 90 something. Like, oh my God. She was banging on the coffin. She was somewhere. Anyhow, she's a nice lady. She saw money. And so we lifted the donkey. Me and my four buddies were at the Texas State Fair. And we lifted the donkey, put in the back of the Jeep. And I was drunker than shit. We all were. Like, hey, we got this donkey. And the guy came in the corner. What the hell is that? My donkey doing in the back of your Jeep? I bought it. It's my donkey. Do you have a place for it to sit? Do you have a solid? Fuck no. I was just gonna tie the damn thing to a tree and let it eat all the poison oak. Like and put a water bowl. I mean, what does it need? He was like, son, get that damn donkey out. And the old lady was like, she had to pay me back it was $300. She had to pay me back the $300 cash. And she did not want to do it. And I thought they were going to get divorced right then and there. I swear to God, they were going to have at it. And I was like, holy crap. Anyhow, she gave me back the $300. We unloaded the donkey back. And he says, son, when you sober up and you get a right place, I'll give you the donkey. I'll sell you the donkey at a better price. So I was like, fuck, I want the donkey now.
I
We had a whole
want
name
that.
for it. The donkey name was going to be called Greg. We called it Greg. I mean, like we named it already, Greg. Like, hey, Greg. Greg was going to eat
Between
all the
paying
yeah.
for it, getting in the back of the truck, it already had a
Yeah,
name.
Greg. We put Greg in the back. Greg was fine. I mean, if you shit in the seats, it's fine. In a Jeep, you can hose down the seats, right? So we had Greg in the back. The top was down. Greg was happy and all that. I would have got a half for Greg because he was eating all the poison oak. I mean, shit.
Sure.
And then when he was done, I would have figured it out. I mean, Greg would never have gone without. But yeah, Greg was pretty cool. But the old lady took Greg back. I don't know. I think Greg's like, God, I had it made, but now Greg's like, shit.
Dang.
Yeah,
That's amazing. So how's the
yeah.
I know flavors change on the cigars every like third or so. How's the
Oh my God. This Davidoff keeps better and better. I'm not just saying that. I'll be honest with you. Like, this Davidoff is pretty expensive. So I think I'm going to bring you a Davidoff. I'm going to bring
okay.
you some nice cigar. I'm not going to bring you a Cuban because you can get them there because you're in Mexico. So I'm going to say nay, nay to that. But I'm going to give you some of my
I'll
favorites,
buy
some of
you
the
Cuban
things.
when you come down.
What's that?
I said I'll buy you the Cuban when you come down.
No, 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 no. I'll get my own Cuban. You're like, I'll buy you a taco. Like, all right, big spender. Like, whoa, 25
Whoa.
cents. Like, wow. Whoa, whoa.
I'll
Slow down
pay.
there,
Fine,
Zach.
I'll pay for the tacos, 25 pesos a piece.
Fuck, you know what? Watch me. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be like a donkey myself. No, I'll bring you some good cigars, and I'll give you some stuff like you can have, like the baccarats I was talking about last episode. I'm gonna bring you some baccarats, and those
Okay.
baccarats are $3, and telling you, you're gonna like them, and I think you're gonna like those baccarats. And so I'll put those in a couple. I have my Pelican case. I'll put those in and
Okay.
the little packs, and I'll put those in and come on out. I think that'd be great. I
Say
think you're
maybe I
gonna like
should order
those.
some of the. I only ordered 8 of the coffee like Maduro ones. Maybe I'll have to
No,
throw a couple more on the order
well,
so you can take some home.
I'll have a puff of your no, I'll have a puff of yours, and if I like it, then that's great. But I think I can order more than you can. I think.
Hmm.
Would you say that's true?
Yeah. So there's actually
Okay.
a site down here that I found. I actually reached out to them, but they find artisans around Mexico and try to introduce people to them. The thing with Mexico is they can grow and make cigars here cheaply, but to export them, like the price that they hit because of the tariffs and
Yeah.
things
Because
doesn't
Orange Man,
compete.
yeah, yeah,
And
Orange Man's kind of
importing is the
yeah,
same. Like it's a 217% tariff to import.
yeah,
So I found cigars there in the States, like, oh, they're like $3 to $5. Cool. I was like, no, once you pay the tariff, they're almost $20 a piece, like with
yeah.
shipping and all that. I'm like, I'm not paying $20 a piece for a $3 cigar. So
And yeah, right. And I know you and I were a little bit separate on politics, but Orange Man kind of pisses me off too. And I'm right, and I'm not. I'm like right in the middle, right? So
yeah.
I get it. But did you know the writers? Did you know? True story. Do you know the writers of Wizard of Oz? He was a full Democrat. Do you know the Scarecrow is a Democrat? Did you know that in the book?
I did not.
Yeah, if he only had a brain.
If you
Anyhow,
only
long story, dude, you felt like that like this. Look at this, like, Zach. Oh, I
you
got
only
Zach.
had a brain.
Look, I got Zach. Look, God, I can't believe you fell for that. That was
Uh,
awesome.
that's amazing. That's
No,
amazing.
no, but no, I'm just all kidding aside. No, but Orange Man's pissing me off though on these damn tariffs. He could have been a little bit more prescriptive on these things. But anyhow, but it messes with my cigars, it messes with a lot of things. And if you're watching out there in your supply chain, if you're watching your supply chain, we all know Orange Man has pissed us all off because of these damn tariffs. If it's just
Yeah.
I get it. He wants reciprocal. Like if you're gonna tariff me, I'll tariff you. I get it, but it should have been more prescriptive, I guess.
Yeah.
Not down every hill, down this hill, down that hill. Whatever.
And
I get it.
it impacts
Whatever it is.
people versus him. So it's I don't know. I think that's
Right,
the hard
right,
part of like
right.
your
As a
prices go up.
billionaire, right, right.
Yeah.
He's gonna play the same golf. He's gonna say smoke the same cigars. Well, he doesn't smoke cigars. He doesn't drink alcohol. But again,
Really? I
you're
find
right.
that interesting.
Right. I know. Right. It is. But
JFK ordered like what was it, 10,000 Cubans before signing them?
you're right. Right. He did. He did. You're exactly right. God, don't ask what I can. What don't ask for the country can do for what you can do for the country. Like, I'm gonna do for the country. I'm gonna order a bunch of shit ton of
Yep.
cigars. Right. Yeah.
I know this is
But you're
illegal
right.
tomorrow, so I need 10,000 today.
But I will not play the stock market. But I will buy cigars. Like the same thing. You're right about that. Like God. Yeah.
It's
You should
amazing.
have put an embargo on bullets. Oh wait. Ooh. Too soon. Too soon.
Too
Maybe too
soon.
soon.
Too soon.
Too soon. Too soon.
And say the one thing, like, because I'm loving cigars and I do my whole research thing. The one thing I'm frustrated with, because a lot of the cigar content is like, you should smoke this one, like an Ashton, or the like. If you're new, you should try these.
Ashton.
And I'm like I can't get those here, so I don't know how that's helpful for me.
So I'm glad you brought the Ashtons up. So a friend of mine, I was in. God, this is what I'm 55 years old. So let's call it 35 years ago.
Okay.
35 years ago, my buddy got a box of Ashtons. And
Yeah.
this is my first. So when I was in high school, so let's call it 40 years ago. So I was 16, 55, I'm 55. So on 40 years ago, when I was 15 years old, 6 years old, I used to take the bus. I was in Culver City, California, and went to Culver City High School. And I would take the bus Washington off of Washington Boulevard. So if you're watching this, Washington Boulevard, I'd take the green limousine. It was the city bus is green, and we call it the green limousine. And it was like a city bus, right? All the Culver City buses in California are green, the green limousine. And we'd
Okay.
get
Okay.
off, and then we would go across the street and get our provisions for the day, for the high school. And we get some Switzer sweets, we get some cigars, we get whatever and snacks, whatever, and then we'd walk to high school. So Washington Boulevard to Culver High School is like, it's about 20. 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk, whatever it is. And me and James Anselmo and John Hanson. And John Henson, he's the voice of Mr. Slade off of South Park. You know the
Okay.
gay
Yeah.
guy, the
Uh-huh.
gay guy
Okay.
in leather. Yeah, he's Mr. Slade, whatever. But anyhow, we go to 7-Eleven, we get our cigars, and then we walk to high school, and we're sitting there going, we'd like them sweet or whatever. And then wait, god dang it, I've been drinking Eagle Rare, so I had a brain fart. But
You're good.
anyhow,
Ashton's.
Ashes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So as I got evolved, my friend Aaron Palter, who lives in Tillamook, Oregon, and they make all the cheese and ice cream and shit like that, which is great. But he got this box of Ashens, and he thought he would buy this box of Ashens and sell them for 2x to his friends.
Okay.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
ding dong, couldn't sell them. It's great, whatever it is. But I smoked these Ashens. I thought they were great cigars. And later on, I'm like, oh, I love the Ashens. In my life, I'll be honest with you, I've been pretty snobbish now. Ashtons are not my go-tos at all. I don't like the Ashtons
Okay.
personally. I haven't seen an Ashton I like. Now, if Mr. Ashton is listening to us, you said there's 4 people, so chances are he's listening. Um,
He's one of the
he
4.
was he's one of the 4 because Ashton loves. I mean, he loves every word coming out of my mouth. I just don't like the Ashtons as much. I don't know why, but I haven't found an Ashton I liked after now since I've been growing up and as a kid, like whatever, I'd smoke
Hmm.
dog poop and think it was great. But Ashtons is like I thought it was great. But
Okay.
so Ashtons have a big name, but I haven't seen an Ashton I like. Again,
Okay.
you don't have to spend a lot of money on a good cigar. I would take my Baccarat for $3 than an Ashton that costs $10 or $12. Better yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like wine, like there's
Hmm.
great bottles of wine out there that are coming out that, that have not made their mark yet, but are just like they drink like $50 bottles of wine.
Hmm.
And they're same like cigars. Cigars and wine are very similar. And I say that in the sense like you don't have to have an expensive cigar to have it taste great. And just like bourbons too. Like there's some bourbons like I like the Redbreast 12 whiskey, Irish whiskey Redbreast 12. The Redbreast 12 whiskey drinks like, oh my God, like my Ego 10 Rare. Like if I was, and I'm being dead serious, if Bill Gates or Elon Musk, whatever, they were bourbon drinkers, and I don't think they are, they watch, I like Star Wars shit. If they're just nerdy guys, they don't drink. But if they did, or find a billionaire who drinks,
Hmm.
if the billionaire who drinks liked whiskey or bourbon, let's say he's a raging alcoholic, if I gave them Redbreast 12, they would be like, wow, that's really, really good stuff. And what I'm saying is like the whiskeys, the wines, and the cigars, you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good cigar.
Hmm.
Um, that's what I'm trying to get at is if you're listening to this, like try the things you like. And if you like them, who cares what other people like? If you like Switcher Sweets for $2, right? That's your cigar. And then but what I challenge everybody is to explore and try more things. If you're not trying, you're not growing. So you told me the other day, Zach, there's all these cigars. Should I stick to a few? Yeah, you should have your home base. 50% you should have as your go-tos. The other 50% is explore. And you
Hmm.
should keep exploring cigars, but just like barbecue.
Yeah.
Like, do you see these people like do pinwheels and things like that and stuffed peppers and things like that?
Hmm.
Like, just like barbecue, you see people experimenting with stuff. Like, one guy cut a hot dog in half and put a bunch of hamburger meat, sprinkled it, blah, 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 and did that. And like, holy crap, like just as long as you're trying, exploring, that's how you're growing.
Yeah.
And my friend Jim Sturgis, the one who got me hooked on cigars. And if you're listening, Jim, F you, Jim. And because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for Jim smoking cigars. Because he's the one that gave me that box of Padrones and said, hey,
Okay.
I don't want these. And that's when I fell in love with cigars.
Okay.
And but what he says is if you're not trying, you're not growing. And the whole purpose of this thing is listen to our podcasts, try, grow, expand, barbecue, smoke cigars, try some bourbons, whatever.
Hmm.
If you don't drink, don't forget about that. But just expand your stuff on cooking and smoking and trying new things. And I'm gonna do the same thing, guys. I'm gonna try some Maduros, and maybe I like those. I'm gonna try some things too.
Yeah.
But I've been rambling because of Eagle Rare. I'm gonna let you do some
You're good.
talking because I'm
You're
gonna
good.
enjoy my cigar. Sorry,
No,
Zach.
you're
I've been
good.
cannibalizing this whole thing. Sorry.
No, enjoy some puffs there. And say my process is always to. I think the problem is if you try too much, then you get kind of overwhelmed. But if you don't try enough,
Yeah.
then, and this is kind of actually a conversation my wife and I had the other day where she finds the thing that she likes and she doesn't try anything else. She's like, I know I like this. It's safe. It's good. And for me, I'll find the thing that I like and I'm like, but there could be something better. And sometimes I'm severely, severely disappointed. Like we stopped at this bar in Twin Falls, Idaho. They had a baked brie fig compote burger that is
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
one of the best burgers I've had in my entire life. And I've had a lot of burgers. But we liked it so much we planned a trip, like not just passing through because we just passed through. We planned a trip to go back and stay so that we could have multiple days of getting this burger. And
Yeah.
my dumbass was like, "Hey, I love ramen. They have ramen, and if this burger is this good, the ramen's got to also be good." It was the worst ramen I've ever had in my life, and I was so pissed that I could have had the best burger ever, and instead I'm sitting here with this dumb bowl of ramen. And
Did you not like? Okay, so I'm that guy. So I'm that guy, Zach. I'd be like, hey, take this ramen back. I'll pay for it, but I don't want to pay for it. But I want a burger instead. And
well,
they'll
we
be
already
like,
had two burgers of that burger plus the
so,
ramen. I just
so,
wanted three burgers of a good
so,
burger.
and so, like, hey, like honestly, like I'm that guy. That's fine if they charge me. That's fine. I'm not gonna complain. But I'm like, hey, I really don't want to pay for this ramen. I pay
Mm,
for the burger.
yep.
I just want the burger too. Like honestly, I thought if the burger's so great, the ramen's gotta be great, but it's not. So I'll get can I get another burger? And
Uh-huh.
then if you want to charge me for the ramen, that's fine. But if you don't, if you do want to charge me for the ramen, there's a really special place in hell with you, and over there in hell.
Uh-huh.
And but if you don't, there's a special place in heaven for you. I guess I don't know what to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
like whatever. But yeah. And who am
No,
I to decide? Because like I think I'm Jesus because I'm deciding. Like, but I'm not.
but I'm not.
But yeah. But I'm
No,
not.
it all worked out. But like one of the things that I've done, so I've gotten into snus, which I mentioned earlier, um,
Yeah.
and I ordered 10 different cans. Found a brand that I liked. Ordered four of their flavors, but then I ordered a bunch of others. And what I'm finding is like because I like them so much, every can I'm opening that's different. I'm like, I don't like this as much. I don't like this as much. I don't like this as much. And so it at some point it becomes like, okay, cool, I know what I like now, and so now I can narrow in on what I actually like, and I know I'll get
Yeah.
there eventually with cigars. But it's the same with barbecue. It's the same with everything. Like you test a lot of things until you find what you like, and then narrow it a little bit, and then, like you said, kind of venture out here and there, but have that home base where it's like, okay, worst case, I hate half of what I ordered or what I'm trying,
Right.
but if I do, I'll
Right.
just throw it out and I've got a stash of stuff I know that I like. So it's not a big deal.
Yeah. You know what else I like?
Hmm.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Eagle Rare. And honestly, this is my best friend.
It's my best friend.
Zach, you're a good friend. But Eagle Rare is my best
It's my
friend right
best
now. He's
friend.
my best friend.
It's my best friend.
And
I
honestly, like, hey,
I will
I'm
say
just, I do miss you, buddy.
I do
I do
I
miss
miss you
you a
too.
lot. I do miss you a lot. I
I
do
miss
miss you a
the
lot. Seriously.
being
Yeah.
in person
You know, it's funny.
so
It's
much different.
funny. It's funny how sometimes friends and whoever's listening to this and this, if you're in a place where you have a friend, you don't realize how good that friend is until you leave.
Yeah.
And then once you leave, you want to go, oh shit. Like there's so many things I would have done differently. I would have shoved cigars down your throat and then bourbon down your throat. No,
There were
but
so many
honestly,
times
like,
I saw you guys smoking. I'm like, I wonder what that's like. And it's like, it's fine. Like because I literally never smoked anything in my life until what was it, 2 weeks ago now. Um, and it was just like,
yeah.
But if you had have
But
asked
I,
and you're like, here, try
oh my
this,
God,
I'd have been hooked.
we would do a daily podcast. We'd do a daily 5 o'clock, blah, blah,
Cigar a
blah.
day,
Honestly,
Arnold Schwarzenegger's diet, cigar a day.
maybe the good Lord says, listen, I did a favor on your lungs. I don't know. But
Your wallet.
my wallet too, right? My wallet, my lungs. But I think we do pretty good each other. We do okay. But what I'm saying is, yeah, but what I'm saying is if you're listening to this and you happen to get this far in this video and or this podcast, whatever, take it, don't take your friends for granted. Embrace, lean in. You don't know where you're gonna be, you don't know what you're gonna do. You think it's gonna be forever. But
Yeah.
the only thing that is guaranteed is change. Change for the
Yeah.
good, change for the bad. When change is the bad, stick it out. It'll go good. But the problem is this: when it's good, it'll become bad. Change comes in and out. I don't know why, but the good Lord does change in and out. But I'm glad I'm still glad I'm with Zach. I don't take it for granted. What I'm saying is I wish Zach and I had cigars when we lived next door to each other,
Mm,
but it doesn't matter. Now we're a phone call away, which is great.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're listening, I'm an old man. If you listen to me, like, don't take it for granted. Take your
Yeah.
friends and enjoy your life and slow down. Slow down, enjoy your cigar. Where are you in a cigar? I'm like right here. Where are you?
I've got like 2 inches left, maybe.
Yeah,
Say
that's what I
it's.
told my wife. I told my wife the same
That's what I
thing. I
told
told
my
my wife.
wife.
No,
Mine was
I
a
started off. No,
Churchill, so I started with 7.
I started with two.
I
I
started
told my
with
wife
2.
I started with two, but I lied. I lie. I lie. I'm a habitual liar. I lie. Like, yeah, yeah. She's like, that's yeah. She's like, I know. My wife. Luckily, she doesn't know the metric system, so it's great.
10 centimeters.
She thinks this is 8 inches, which is great. She thinks this is 8 inches, which is great. She tells all her girlfriends like, "Oh, Tony's a great 8 inches is great,
8 inches. It's
and
amazing.
this is eight
No,
inches. This is
like
8 inches. Yeah,
I
yeah,
think going off of what you said though, like share your passions
yeah,
with your friends.
yeah,
You never know how long you're gonna be
yeah.
together for one, but two, like I mean, I never would have thought that I would like smoking cigars for one, and like if you had said, hey, like this is something I really enjoy. I don't want to push this on you, but I would love if you wanted to join sometime, and you're always welcome. Like that may, I mean, maybe I would have joined you, maybe I wouldn't, but like if you do that with a good friend and you bring them into your word a little bit more with a common, I mean, we already had barbecue, so it wasn't like we needed something else,
All
but
right.
like that would have just added a layer where it's like, hey, this is something that I love. And I mean, I get super nerdy and dive deep into things like a lot of topics that I'm studying, like the Mayans' use of tobacco. Like, there's not a lot of people that want to listen to me like go balls to the wall of like all the things that I've learned. And so it's like, hey, if you can find someone that has that common interest, you get the chance to talk through those things. You get the chance to connect on a level that
Yeah,
you wouldn't otherwise.
yeah. I agree. And so I got a great idea for Super Bowl and for barbecue. Seriously.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
think yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do a little barbecue bites. Like take a little beanie weenies, like take those little hot dog weenies, cut them in half, put a little chorizo in there in the middle,
Okay.
put them on the smoker, cook them through all the way through. Put a little cheese on top and put little sliders, or just put them and then put them in a crock pot, and then get do little Mexican sliders. Like that'd be kind of great. Like little. You and I are gonna do some great things for the Super Bowl. We're gonna have some
Yeah.
fun,
And
and
say
I
we've
think we're
got a couple of good videos that you've already done for Super Bowl. The beans we have on our channel that
oh
people can go
the
watch.
beans,
Um,
guys, the
the
beans.
beans.
Hands down, the beans, the Italian sausages, the best Italian sausage ever made. Forget about it. If you do the Italian sausage, forget, you know what? Don't have to ground your own pork. Just grind, buy ground pork and add my ingredients. The best beans ever because you have pecorino romano cheese, you have fresh garlic, you have fresh parsley, you have toasted anise, you have parsley. Put all that together and just make your own meatballs, make your own whatever. You guys will be the hit of the party. And oh my God,
They were
but you
so
gotta
good.
follow my recipe. You gotta follow my recipe. And honestly, it'll be the best of the best. And guess what? That's what you want to do. Like when it comes to cooking, like if you don't like these guys, yeah, fucking go to Walmart. If you like them, go to Costco. But if you love them, follow
Yeah.
my recipes. If you love them, my cooking comes from love. Everything else comes from like. But yeah, that's on. You're exactly right, Zach. And yeah,
And say we've got. You mentioned you were making your pork belly burnt ends. We have a different recipe. It's Cody's, who still lives in Colorado. That one, they're like candy, so they're very very sweet. If you like that, that was a good one on there. Um,
yeah, and pork and sweet goes well. Yeah.
Trying to think what other good videos we have. We need to. We'll do some more for people for the Super Bowl for
You know what
snacks.
I think, Zach? When I
Yeah.
come out, we should do wings. We should do pork belly. Cause can you get pork belly where you're at in Mexico? I'm sure they have a
Yeah, I'm
pig.
sure I can. Yeah. There's a I know I can get pork. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I can get the whole. I can get the whole belly. We were actually. I took my kid
Well,
to
there you
the
go.
butcher shop, and the. I mean, grew up in the U.S. Didn't see a lot of like I grew up on a farm, so we saw animals, whatever. A
Yeah.
truck pulls up, opens up its door, and they start unloading 150 cow carcasses into the back of the butcher shop. My kid's like, "Dad, what is that?" I'm like, those are pigs." She's like, "I know it's a pig. What do they do?" It's like, "Well, they're taking it to the back to cut it up." What? So yes, I can get pork belly.
Get pork belly without that. Well, you can get. I want skin off. You want skin off
Okay.
because that's chicharron. You want the skin off.
Mm-hmm.
If not, we can cut that off. But we're gonna make some really good stuff when we're there. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have some cooking. We're gonna do that. We'll do a Mexican infusion with Texas Mexican infusion. Ooh, that sounds great.
I
We'll
like it.
do a chorizo blend. We'll do whatever it is, but we'll have some fun. And then yeah, that'd be great. And I think that'd be a good time. And then we'll do a chili quiles. We'll do breakfast, lunch, dinner, but whatever we do, we'll have fun.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. We'll do it. It'd be great, and then we'll have cigars. We're gonna do not just one cigar a day. We'll do multiple cigars a day. We'll do.
Cigar
You
every
know,
meal.
what was it? George Burns, 15 to 20 cigars a day.
That's like is it Ernest Hemingway? He had like 15 a day. There's a bunch of like really creative, really
Yeah,
impactful men that I mean they were 10 to 20 cigars a day, which is just
yeah. Until
like you always have
he's
one
like,
burning.
oh, what does this cigar taste like? What does that cigar taste like? Hey, what does this gun taste like? Oh,
I feel
is
like
that
if
too
you're doing
soon?
20 a day, are you even tasting anything anymore? Like,
Hold on, was that too soon to say Ernest Hemingway? What does this gun taste like? Is that
what
too
is this
soon?
gonna taste?
Maybe he thought it was a cigar. Maybe he thought it was a
Maybe.
cigar.
Ooh.
I know. I know. God, I'm going to hell for this one. I know. I sorry, guys. Bad joke. That was on. That was a movie called 10,000 Ways to Die in the South with the guy who does Family Guy.
Okay.
Um, who was it? Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, hey, what does this gun taste like? I was like, oh my God. I'm like, oh my God, that's too soon. Like, wow.
That's too soon.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Ernest Hemingway.
Um,
And yeah, I was quoting that, and I know it came across really, really bad. So, dear God, forgive me, and
I was gonna
the
say like
pygmies
one
in
thing I
Africa.
have
Thank you.
wanted to try
Yeah.
because I've seen it a lot of people is every morning coffee and cigar for breakfast. I feel like would be awesome.
Uh,
You'd always smell like smoke, which is probably
but
not
Zach,
feasible. But like
cigar and coffee is for winners. Tell me what you won, because that's for winners.
that's for winners.
When I come out, you can have it because I'm a winner. No, no, cigar and coffee is that would be badass. If I own my own company like you do, I'd have a cigar and coffee for breakfast. I'd have a cigar for lunch and a cigar for dinner. I'd do three a day. I would do 3 a day. I would really do 3 a day and a bunch of coffees in between.
There you go. That's Andrew Tate's diet. Three
Is it
cigars
really?
a day, and yeah, he does 10 to 15 cups of coffee every day, and he does 2 to 4 cigars every day, and then he has a shitload of steaks for dinner.
What kind of cigars would he have?
I mean, he's very, very wealthy and has like indoor humidor and smoking lounge in his house. So I'm sure very nice cigars.
Not like my friend, not like the Franks, Frank Singer.
Frank
If you're
Senior.
watching this, Frank Singer, I, I want to go. I want to do a video from Frank Singer's in his house, is his cigar lounge inside his house. So
Okay.
you might like Frank Singer spent like 75 grand, which would cost anybody like 100 grand to do a cigar lounge in front of his house. That would be badass.
That would be really cool. I feel like
Yeah, but I know.
that would be
But
really
I
cool.
have to do my cigar lounge is outside with a heater and freezing my ass off right now. My feet are so cold right now. Like I have Uggs on right now and they're so cold. I want to put them next to the heater. Oh my God.
I'm going to say it's crisp 69 right now.
God, I hate you. I gotta hate you. I gotta hate you. Now, do we have anybody still watching right now? Or are we at zero? We at zero followers right now?
We're at 0 people on right now. Yeah. We've had a bunch of people pop. A bunch. We've had 5 people popping now.
No,
But the cool thing is this will stay live, so
we
people
have two.
can
You and I.
come and watch.
No
And
questions.
no, no questions. We'll
Oh,
be going
you
what
guys
an hour
suck.
20. You guys. hour 20. I still have inch and a half. That was one thing. I was like, I smoked
I have an
faster,
inch. I have
but
an inch.
you have an inch. Okay.
I think you and I have the same thing. I have an inch. Right, where are you on yours? I have like there. Where
Yeah,
are you?
inch and a
Put
half.
yours in
Yeah.
the camera. Let me see. Let me see. Zoom in. Yeah, we're about the same. We're about the same.
Okay. Okay.
Yours is bigger. God dang it. Yours is always
I think
bigger. Yours is
I
always bigger.
am curious because I ordered some double Gordos, which are like
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, the
six
Gordos are
six by
nice.
60, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
And
Holy
then
shit.
yeah, the from that company, the Robustas are 5 by 54, so they're already a little bit bigger. So no, we'll see. We'll see how those ones are.
Nice. Very nice. So on Tuesday, I'll let you know it's the dates. We're coming out.
Okay.
And then so do I have to bring a plunger or you're good? Do
No, you're
you have
good.
a plunger?
I have a
I
plunger.
eat a lot of cheese. Okay. So in
Cheese.
Mexico, you remember you can't put toilet paper down the toilet. Can you put toilet paper on your toilet?
I do on mine, and it's been fine. The kids don't like it. It's pretty good plumbing where we're at. There are places that if you put any, you're gonna have major issues. So yeah,
I'm just going to shit in the ocean. How about that?
let's go with the
Would that
ocean.
work?
I mean, we're only a mile
Let's
away,
go in
so
the
as long
ocean,
as you're
take a
good for a
shit, and
short
come out and
taxi ride.
shower. I'm gonna go run in the ocean, shit, and then come back and take a shower. 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I take a shit. I always take shit at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna take a shit in the ocean. Yeah.
Uh, we should do cigars
Sir,
on the
that's not
beach,
the
though.
ocean.
That's not
That's
the ocean.
Zach's front porch. I'm like, oh, well, I
Oh,
missed. I guess I missed.
uh,
Like, wait. Is that a cat shit? Like, did the cat eat corn and sunflower seeds? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Any
What? Wait,
other?
what? Like,
Uh,
what? The cat doesn't eat corn. Like, God damn. Well, that must have been Lindsay, my wife. God dang it, Lindsay, you slept shit again. She walks and sleeps and shits at the same time. Oh my God.
goodness.
That'd be
Uh,
fun. I can't wait to see you, buddy. I
I
can't
know.
really can't. And I'll bring my little humidor. I'll bring everything else, and I hope it makes it. I really do hope it makes it, and we'll come out, and it'd be great.
I like it. It's been. I don't know. It's been good. I think like the theme of all of our podcasts has kind of just been like connection and change. Like it really has been good, the moves, and then there's a lot of hard. And I think a lot of people had hard
Yeah,
2025, and it's just I don't know, kind of a theme for a lot of people. But I feel like there's been a lot of self growth, um, which is always hard. I feel like we like staying the same. It's easy, um, but you've got to evolve. You got to become better. Like I was talking to another buddy of mine. It's like I feel like I'm kind of having like midlife crisis at third of the way through my life, and it's like I think everybody gets to that point where it's like if you don't continue to find what you like, continue to connect with people, continue to live a life that you like, which is going to change all the time, then I know you can struggle. You can have things where it's like, hey, like I need to work on this. And I think connecting with people is one of the surefire ways to feel okay no matter what's going on around you in the world. You got to have good friends. You got to have good people. And I think for us, Cigars and Barbecue are one of the things that allows us to connect and slow down and contemplate where we're at in life. Oh, looks like I lost Tony. So we'll, I think, wrap up the live stream here. But fun fact of the day, if you do like smoking cigars, I would challenge you to dig a little bit into how the Mayans use cigars. They view it as very sacred. I used to be very religious, and I, left the church that I used to belong to and question everything that I've ever believed. But one of the things that I found that has helped me a lot is actually tobacco and kind of making it a sacred thing, almost a religion. And every time I use tobacco in any way, I try to be introspective and think about the things that matter to me, things that have hurt me, things that have made me into a good man or haven't, and try to solidify just a little bit better who I am. And good conversations like this one, we kind of rambled on a little bit, help with that process. So make the cigar part of your religion. This is a challenge I'd have. Not everybody's going to do it, but I think if you do that, the cigar becomes much, much more than it is for you. So y'all have a good night. Hopefully we'll see you next week. And